This is a very important thing for us to come and get right here. This is huge. Goobin, what is up, by the way? I hope you had a good time at Joker, man. Says Goobin in the house. The movie was The Joker 2 with Lady Gaga. It's freaking brilliant. Nice, dude. I'm glad that you had a good time at it. Welcome in, man. It's good to see you. Happy Friday, my dude. And Goobs wants that color change right away. Says he's here. He's going to let it be known. Goobs, thank you for spending the 1,000 rockets to change that background color to cyan. I appreciate you for being here, man. Echo? Change backlights to cyan. Okay. Good talk. Like your color, man. I like your color. I like it a lot. All right, so that unlocked a new trait for us. That trait is called Elder Knowledge. And it says, where can you read the stuff? Trait info. Increases earned experience when killing enemies. Acquired by listening to the tape recorder in Vault 13. Don't mock the old, kid. They know more. They know one important, and then that's it. Can I get this to actually come up? I spent a point. Son of a... I spent a point. Son of a... Well, I think I was going to spend it, but that's all the points we have, too. How do you see... I want to read the trait itself. Inventory. Materials, quest items, character. That's too bad. It's sort of cut off, it looks like. You can't right-click on it. Trait info, no. So now our current level is we get another 2% experience. That can go up to 3. I believe these max out at 20. So that would be 20% extra experience by the time you get it maxed out. I'm probably going to pour all of our trait points into that to level up for the time being. Also, break everything. The god of breaking stuff has re-arrived. We also picked up a bandage there, which stops bleeding. And then if we come into this room, I think there's something in here too for us. Yeah, right here. It's a fuse. I for fuse. That quest item. It's no surprise there would be extra fuses in the ward. Power in here or in there is always surging and knocking out the various panels. The engineers that designed this system would be happy if they knew it had outlasted most of the human race. Well, not happy exactly, but so we got a new quest item. We need that here in a second. And actually, you know what? We'll come in here first. First off, break everything that's breakable. Break it all. Is that breakable? None of that's breakable. Is this breakable? That's not breakable. That's everything that's breakable. All right, snatch this up. How long has this projector been running, by the way? We're gonna grab this too. Bam. Nothing on the projector though. There is a skeleton here. It's been down here a while. We're just gonna jump through that window because it's the smart thing to do. Step on the bodies because who gives a shit about them? And here's an ammo box, which is nice. And then if we come in here, there's more stuff to read. Get ready. Another lore dump coming your way. Log. As you see, lot to come. No signal. Subject 2409 is offline. Vitals are stable, but we're receiving no visual information, and the audio consists only of low, persistent rumble, interspersed by seemingly random series of clicks. It's clickers! Attempts to find a pattern in the clicks have so far been fruitless. I'm convinced they're nothing more than signal loss. Perhaps errors in the recording equipment amplified by the dreamer's subconscious. Or perhaps there's no signal at all. We've never tested what happens when a dreamer connects with nothing. Most likely, Dr. Harsgard read the runes wrong, awaiting confirmation. Ward 16 reply. Harsgard claims that he's not wrong and suggests we continue monitoring. We'll do so if only as Saya? CYA? Saya? Looks like we're stuck here for a while. Note from private waters. Dr. Itsaso? I heard a change in the audio last night for about 20 minutes, starting at 2:11. I heard some kind of singing. That's the only way that I can describe it. It was on top of the regular rumble and clicks. I left the tape in your office for review. That's the elder knowledge trait that we unlocked. That's what it was. Also, being advised that I may have seen an anomaly on the video as well. A brief, very faint pulse of light during a time of the audio anomaly. It may just be an artifact on the screen, though, or even my imagination. It was very late after all. Light show. Hell, I owe Harsgard $10. For about 2 hours on April 6, 1966, Subject 2409's visuals lit up like a goddamn 4th of July. Dozens of lights pulsed on and off with no pattern we have yet discerned. Colors varied, but remained mostly between blue and yellow wavelengths. After approximately 145 minutes, the pulsing began to decrease in frequency by T plus 160. They had ceased entirely. Audio was unchanged during this time. Finally, we have proof this streamer is connected to something. Harsgard is never going to let this drop. Error, file corrupted. Error, file corrupted. Error, file corrupted. Exit. That wasn't too bad. Wasn't too much in that one. Okay. I see dead people. That's a lot of dead people. More lore! Hit any key to continue. Log. Gabriel. The dreamer known as Gabriel, subject 2419, is online. Data's coming faster than we can deal with it. Gabriel's bonded entity guards a literal living world, literal living world, some kind of massive biological organism that houses the guardian within it. The ground is flesh and responds to stimuli. The air is thick with moisture, and the breeze shifts cyclonically like breathing. The inhabitants of the world are equally fascinating. Small, fur-covered bipeds that we dubbed fuzzies for their resemblance to creatures from H. Beam Piper's novel. They appear to be sentient. They have no spoken language, but they build tools and structures from bone-like growths found throughout their world. These observations are preliminary, of course, but they're so exciting. A new species, first contact. What revelations might we uncover? Error, file corrupted. Damn it. Fuzzies distrust. The fuzzies have been acting strange. At first, they had a kind of god worshiper relationship with Gabriel's entity, but we've recently seen signs of fear and distrust. A few even threw rocks at their guardian. Could Gabriel's bond have somehow caused this? We've been very careful to observe only, not to interfere, but maybe the fuzzies detected some subtle change we could not predict. Too subtle for us to notice, yet strong enough to cause a violent reaction that seems implausible. A majority of the team is convinced this will affect our experiment. One team member is worried Gabriel himself might be in danger, though I've seen no evidence of that. Gabriel's vitals have been unaffected by the random attacks. A more valid concern is that the very act of observing is affecting what we observe. Schrodinger's cat! It's Schrodinger's guardian is what it is. That may be valid, but it's not reason enough to wake the dreamer, not yet. So we already know Gabriel died, right, from the other one. So basically, there you go. Error, file corrupted. Uprising. Gabriel was attacked today, or rather the guardian was. So they're linked. It's not Gabriel in the other world, it's Gabriel seeing through the eyes of the guardian. We're combing our records for any sign of provocation on our part, but so far have found nothing. Gabriel has been completely passive, allowing the guardian to act independently. Most likely, whatever's happening predates Gabriel's bond. All right, so it's not the act of Gabriel being there that's doing it, is what they're thinking. That also sounds like a guess. There have been more calls from the team to wake Gabriel, still a minority, but it's true that his heart rate rose briefly during the attacks, but there have been no other signs of attack affecting him in any way. I have ordered observations to continue. We will see this through. And refusing to stop causes? Error, file corrupted. Termination. Subject 2419 has been declared dead on Sunday, April 3rd, 1966. His guardian was killed, and his body consequently suffered a cardiac arrest. We lost input immediately. Needless to say, my team is devastated, and yet this presents exciting new information. Well, that's one way to look at it, I guess, right? This is the first time a dreamer has died in the chair. Tragic though Gabriel's death is, it proves that the bond between dreamer and guardians is even stronger than we knew. Research in the Fuzzy's world has been put on hold for now. Our previous observations and these log entries will be transferred to another room for study while Gabriel's chair is prepared for the next dreamer. I know we'll be back. There's so much yet to learn. What happens when a world's guardian dies anyway? Now we know what happens, right? It gets taken over by the root. System diagnostics successful. Everything's beautiful over. Ugh, is that Gabriel? Is that actually all right? Explain this to me. These here are all skeletons, but Gabriel, his feet are not decayed. Explain that to me. Overlooked. This is all about the little details, gamers. What the fucking... Look at this shit. Wow. It reminds me of Terminator. I don't know why. It just reminds me of Terminator. Log. AC. In this room, please keep the air conditioner on at all times. The dreamer's entity lives in a frozen world in some places. Colder than any recorded measurement on Earth and seems to reflect aspects of that bond. In particular, she shows physical signs of discomfort and at any temperature over 55 degrees. Those working in this area are encouraged to wear layers. Error, file corrupted. Minor abnormality. The Guardian has come across a glitch. The Guardian came across a clutch of orphaned Polas. Apparently, they had been lost in a blizzard, but the effect on Clementine was unexpected. Her noradrenaline levels dropped, and her body showed signs of lacrimation. What the hell is that? What is lacrimation? Echo. What is lacrimation?
Lacrimation is usually defined as the flow of tears, crying.
It's crying. She was crying. Most of the team believes the Guardian, the Dreamer, or both were suddenly at the Discovery. But we have no record of Guardians ever having or eliciting emotions. If only we could record emotional states somehow. It's unfortunate that we can't speak with the Dreamers without waking them, and that we can't wake them without risking loss of the bond. Interesting. So she was crying. She was experiencing it. It made her sad. She super cried. New procedures. FYI, per Commander Neville's orders, we have sedated Clementine until her neuroadrenaline levels return back to normal. I guess this is now standard operating procedure whenever a dreamer exhibits any potentially unstable behavior. I suspect the source of this edict is Captain Ford. After what happened with Gabriel and with Hasgard about to connect to a new dreamer to the Clawbone entity, I'm guessing Ford doesn't want any more unnecessary risk. He's probably right. Is Clawbone, would that be the world with the fuzzies? That's my guess. Is it that's what they're calling it, Clawbone? Janitor. Could someone please tell the janitor to leave the AC alone? That's the third time we've had to reboot Clementine this month, so they have to reboot her every time they warm her up. File corrupted. Last frame. That's a lot. Disintegrated at all. Rather, I think she shifted somehow, that she still exists somewhere along with everything else, including the poor janitor. Unfortunately, so it sounds like the janitor raised the temperature again. It pissed off the subject, and there was some kind of reaction there and disintegrated. As to why, I have only conjecture. Reviewing Clementine's final tape show, in the very last frame, in one darkened corner, I can see could this be Clawbone? Hasgard always described his unknown entity in fascinating terms, but what if he wasn't exaggerating? We know he brought his dreamer online At approximately the same time, Clementine disappeared after all. And blah, blah, blah. As I said, conjecture, but interesting. And the plot thickens. Everything's successful here. So, this was Clementine's room. Clementine just disappeared from this spot and is wherever and took the janitor with her. I don't know, why was the janitor that close to Clementine? He's a creep. I have a feeling he touched her. Stop touching her. And then I believe this door up here is locked. So a lot of lore just dumped on us. But that's essentially it. I don't think we have much more in the way of reading or anything. Ward 13 keycard. Can we use that on here? I don't think we can. No, doesn't appear to do anything. All right, so now we're going to go get the key to unlock that door, and we're going to get a secret weapon. A very good weapon called an SMG. No, you're corrupted, says authorities. You're corrupted. That was a lot of reading. Not very often will I do that and read through that much, but I feel like it's important for what we're doing, so. Let's make our way all the way down to B3. And now as we enter into B3 here, as you see, it's research. There is this. And if we come here, we can actually insert the fuse into the fuse box. Also, the biggest fuse I've ever seen in my life. We can flip the switch now, turn on the power, and now we can use the Ward 13 key card here to open this door. And open. Now we are in the research area. One thing we want to do, though, before we go any further is you can see that the big fan is spinning right there. If we come back over here, turn off the fuse box, and come back around here, you'll actually see that the fan has stopped moving, and we can actually go into a little secret area back here. And we can get a few items. We can see on the other side, there's a tome of knowledge over there. There's an ammo box, and there's the Ward 13 master key. That's the key that we need for upstairs. We also got some frenzy dust as well. What does this actually say? Quest master. Okay, this key unlocks all the locks of this type in Ward 13. Very convenient. The ward's full of secrets. I reckon even Ford himself didn't even know them all. Not even Ford. And then I think we can go this way. I think there's a bunch of shit we can break in here. And maybe get a little bit extra, what do you call it? Scrap. Got a little bit more, not much, but it's something. This room absolutely filled to the gills. Super dark room, by the way. There we go. Now we're getting some scraps. That was faster. All right, all kinds of scrap now. There we go. We're rich! I love how it's just another game that incentivizes you to start breaking shit as fast as possible. Oh, you know what? If we actually go through here, here's that tome of knowledge right here too. So there's another trait point. We might as well just go ahead and spend that. Traits. We're going to put that one into elder knowledge as well. So that's now at 3. And behind the door, there's a ammo box. And I believe there is one more computer that we can read. We need to turn the power back on for that, though. More power. Unlimited power. This. Crank it up. At least we have lights now. And there is one more computer right here for us to read. System lock enabled. This, we don't have a key. We need a key for this. Ward 13 won't work. That one won't work. So, all right, that's it. And there's this weird device, like a mirror thing. This reminds me of Stranger Things. All right. I believe there is one more item up inside of that up there, but It's essentially kind of like a reactor area is almost what it looks like. Thermal control right here. And I believe... Yeah, right there. There's a bandage right there. For some reason, those chairs not breakable. I don't get it. Okay. Now we are good to go back up and we'll go to level, what is it? B2, which is Ward 13. So Ward 13 is actually a place where they had connected dreamers to guardians in other worlds. So that means Ward 16 and Ward 19, those the two other ones, that would insinuate that those areas also had dreamers connected to worlds and them as well. So there's no telling how many other worlds there are out there. Could be any. Mirror, mirror on the wall, says Mirko. Who's the fairest of them all? Obviously. What is our name? Darla. We're gonna make our name Darla. We're fucking Darla. Darla is, obviously. All right, now we have that key that we can use here. And we're gonna go get ourselves a brand new weapon, boys, right here. The submachine gun. Let's go. So right now we do, oh wow, a very good boy. When did we get this? Summons a very good boy that deals 92 damage per bite. Pet the dog. Oh, it's a dog. Pet the dog to increase his damage by 5% for 60 seconds. Oh! We're going to take this out of there. No, I want to take that out of there. And we're going to put it on here. We have a dog. A very good. Pet the dog. Oh! And we also got some blood wart there. We can go ahead and drop down here. That's quicker. Now let's get the hell out of here. Let's go out and experience a little bit of this world now that we've heard so much about. They really lore dump on you pretty hard here in the very beginning if you know the secrets and if you don't just go out and immediately go out into the world. It's quite a bit to read about. All right, so now we're going to go all the way back up. We'll take the crystal. We'll go back to the founder's hideout. And, nope, wrong way. Wrong way, Rockitsauce. At least everybody's got lights now. You're welcome. Bam. You know what? I think we can actually go back and talk to Briggs or Riggs too. Nah, I think we'll go. I'm ready. I'm ready. Return to last checkpoint. Yes. So the last checkpoint is going to be right where we had first started. All right. So now we need to find the subway entrance. We only know that because we read this note on the wall. Also, I didn't even think about this. There's some of the route just hanging up here. So he must have been studying, the founder of Ward 13 must have been studying the route here. But then as you see it right here, he says, I'm leaving to go speak with the root mother at the old church past the subway tunnel. So we need to find the subway tunnel first. So now all of this area is essentially randomly generated. I believe this first area we walk out into is not, but once we get past this tile set, everything is randomly generated. So there can be items, enemies, bosses, whatever, oh no, don't do that. Jesus, that was almost bad. Take that. I almost used our dragon thing to heal ourselves. Gotcha, bitch. Yoink. So you really want to explore everything in every area. You don't want to... It really makes it so that no matter... And this changes on playthroughs as well. So you might get stuff that you never seen in one playthrough and another playthrough. Completely different. But it really incentivizes you to search everywhere and look at everything within a world. Look in every nook and cranny. You never know what you might find. The big one that I would like to find right now is the ring for the old one leg. I would like to find his ring or the coin for Ace. Either one of those. The Ace's coin would be awesome because I really like the reward from that. I won't tell you guys what the reward is, but it's a weapon. Does this have... Yeah, iron right there. The one ring? The one ring to rule them all. And in the darkness bind them. One thing I wish that they didn't do is down below my fat head here. The white bar underneath our health bar is our stamina. I wish if you weren't in combat that it didn't drain. That would be cool. That is a locked door. We're going to have to make it all the way around in order to see what's beyond that door. I hear something to our right. Right there. Dead. Dead. Big guy. You know what we're going to do? What was the button to use our ability? I forgot that button already. Plus, there's something else chasing us. Let's reload. No. You're dead. You're not dead. I forgot what button it is to use our ability there on our weapon. And the game doesn't pause either, by the way. So controls. What is that? Our mod? Alternate fire mode? F. So F is our mod. F for me forgetting what the mod button was. All right, nothing here. There's definitely something in this building. I can hear it. Mouth breathing like a motherfucker. Still, same thing. You see any of the stuff, break it. Everything wood and a few metal, like small metal shelves can be broken for scrap. Nothing underneath. We do have an item back behind us. Oh, there's a purple item up there. So that is probably going to be something we want to go get. Let's grab that. Break the chairs. We need to supply our habits, and we can't do so without scrap. That sounded like something heard me and was coming after me. All right, there's an item. Oh, bitch. We're gonna lower down. There's something else right there. I got a critical hit on him. Right there. Oh, whatever that is. We got him. Oh, that one dropped something. That looks like a luminite crystal, maybe. All right, red ammo is for our primary weapon, by the way. White ammo is for our sidearm. Boy, it's going down. Can I just pick this up? Mother's ring. Mother's ring. I think that might be the weapon for what's his name, or the item for what's his name. 288. Woo. Is that it? All right, the music's calmed down. So usually when you get spotted by an enemy, it'll cause a spawn of creatures just like that. All right, so the ring. Where is that? Trait, character, ring. So, oh my God, we also take 300% more damage because I didn't realize it automatically put that ring on us. We don't want this ring on us. The ring of the Admiral. Absolutely not. So you can have basically your helmet, your chest, and your legs. Your melee weapon, a handgun of some sort, or submachine gun in this case, and then your main weapon. Red ammo that ends up on the ground is for your main weapon. White ammo is for your sidearm. And then you can also have 2 rings and an amulet as well. So now the ring says, Mother's Ring, reduce incoming range damage by 20%. I know what they say about the Root Mother, but she watches over us. Always has. She'll watch over you too. So I don't think that's the ring for what's his name, for one leg. I don't think that's his ring, but we'll definitely take it. That's 20% less range damage that we'll take. I'll take that. So this whole setup here before that we're in right now, I have never experienced this. And I've played through this game now a couple of times, like at least the beginning of the game a couple of times. And I have never, I've never experienced this tile set, me going upstairs 3 levels or anything like that. This is all new to me. which is very cool. The randomization is pretty dope. Hi, you bastard. Right in the domer. Oh. Do I have a minute? I want to lower my sensitivity by another 5. There we go. Yeah, that works.